Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your everyday outfit doesn't reflect the elegant woman you aspire to be? Fashion isn't just about looking good. It's about showcasing your confidence and personal style. After 50, choosing the right outfits becomes even more important, not just for comfort, but for embracing maturity and elegance. In today's video, we'll discuss the pieces women over 50 should avoid and the stylish alternatives that will help you maintain an elegant and confident look even when dressing casually. Baggy hoodies with large logos might be something you've worn in your younger years, but for women over 50, they can make you appear less polished and a bit sloppy. These oversized hoodies with bold logos or graphics can distract from your natural elegance and make your outfit look more casual than intentional. While they're comfy, they often give off a thrown-together vibe rather than a refined, effortless look. Instead, opt for a more fitted hoodie made from high-quality materials like merino wool, cashmere, or cotton. These fabrics are soft, breathable, and add a touch of luxury to an otherwise casual look. Look for hoodies in neutral colors like cream, navy, or taupe, which are easy to pair with other pieces and won't overwhelm your outfit. A hoodie with a slightly structured fit, clean lines, and minimal details will maintain your comfort while ensuring you look put together. Choosing a well-made hoodie that fits your body and is crafted from quality fabric ensures that you stay comfortable while still looking polished. With the right pieces, it's possible to combine comfort and style effortlessly. Baggy joggers can make you look shorter and bulkier than you actually are. These loose-fitting pants with no real structure tend to add unnecessary volume and create a sloppy look. They can make your legs appear shorter and take away from your natural shape. This is especially true for women over 50. We're finding a pair of joggers that fit well and offer some structure can make all the difference in maintaining a polished yet comfortable appearance. The solution: opt for joggers that are more fitted and made from high-quality fabrics like pont jersey or thick cotton. These materials hold their shape, offering comfort while keeping the silhouette sleek. A tapered leg or a slim-fit jogger will follow your natural line without being tight, giving you a more refined, put-together look. Look for joggers with a defined waistband that sits comfortably at your waist, giving you structure while still maintaining that relaxed vibe. With the right pair of joggers, you can stay comfortable without sacrificing style. They're versatile enough to wear out for errands or casually at home, and they can easily be paired with a simple tee, a cardigan, or even a blazer for a more polished look. Graphic t-shirts with large logos or bold designs often don't suit the refined style that women over 50 typically aim for. While these shirts might feel youthful, they can lack the sophistication and elegance needed for a mature, polished look. Large graphics or slogans can distract from your natural style, making you appear less put together. Instead of enhancing your outfit, they tend to overwhelm it, making you look casual rather than chic. Opt for simple, solid-colored t-shirts instead. Look for tees in neutral shades like white, navy, or soft pastels. These colors are timeless, versatile, and easily paired with a variety of outfits. A t-shirt with a gentle, flattering cut that hugs your body without being too tight will highlight your natural shape in a subtle, refined way. A plain, high-quality t-shirt is a great foundation for a polished yet comfortable outfit. You can easily dress it up with a blazer, cardigan, or even accessorize with jewelry to elevate your look. The key is that simplicity doesn't have to be boring. It's the key to looking effortlessly stylish. Cargo shorts tend to make you look shorter and bulkier because of their oversized pockets and loose fit. They can make your body appear out of proportion, and instead of creating a streamlined look, they often add unnecessary volume. The loose, boxy shape of cargo shorts can also make your legs look shorter and your overall outfit appear sloppy. Instead of cargo shorts, opt for stylish linen shorts. Linen is lightweight, breathable, and has a soft texture, making it a perfect choice for a polished yet comfortable look. If you're looking for something a little more refined, try Bermuda shorts with a tailored cut. These options give you a more elegant, streamlined silhouette without compromising comfort. Linen shorts or tailored Bermuda shorts flatter your natural shape and keep you looking chic and put together without the bulk of cargo shorts. Linen and tailored Bermuda shorts are both versatile options that will help you stay stylish and comfortable, whether you're out for a casual day with friends or strolling through the city. These alternatives offer a more refined look, elevating your casual wardrobe with ease. Flip-flops can make your outfit look unpolished and lacking in sophistication. While they are comfortable and convenient, flip-flops don't provide the refined look needed for events or even casual outings where you want to appear put together. They often make an outfit look sloppy and are not a good match for a more polished or professional look. Furthermore, flip-flops don't offer the elegance or structure that other footwear options can provide. Instead of flip-flops, opt for sleek leather sandals or simple yet elegant mules. Leather sandals offer comfort while still maintaining a chic and sophisticated look. They help elongate the legs and add a touch of class to any outfit. Mules, with their clean design and versatility, pair effortlessly with most outfits, providing a modern look without sacrificing comfort. These footwear choices are ideal for blending style and comfort seamlessly. Leather sandals and mules are the perfect alternatives that elevate your look while keeping things comfortable. They are easy to pair with everything from jeans and skirts to dresses, instantly adding a polished finish to your ensemble. Faded, baggy jeans can make you look older and less polished. These jeans lack structure and don't flatter your natural shape, often making your outfit appear sloppy and unkempt. They don't create a streamlined, put-together look, and they can easily make you look less modern and confident. Instead of faded, loose-fitting jeans, opt for slim-fit or straight-leg jeans in a darker wash. These styles will make you look more streamlined, youthful, and well-proportioned. Slim-fit jeans hug your natural shape, while straight-leg jeans add a touch of balance and elongate your legs. Darker washes like black, navy, or indigo create a slimming effect, and they're incredibly versatile, easily pairing with almost anything in your wardrobe. Switching to slim-fit or straight-leg jeans in a darker shade will elevate your overall style, making you look more contemporary and polished without sacrificing comfort. These jeans pair effortlessly with anything from a simple tee to a blazer, helping you feel confident and well-dressed in any situation. A loose, shapeless fleece jacket can make your outfit look unpolished and sloppy. While fleece jackets are warm and comfortable, they lack the structure needed to give your look a more refined, put-together appearance. Without proper fit and shape, these jackets can make you look bulky and casual in a way that doesn't complement your overall style, especially for more structured or formal outings. Instead of opting for a shapeless fleece jacket, choose a lightweight, fitted coat such as a cashmere or wool jacket. These options not only keep you warm but also enhance your figure, offering a more streamlined and elegant look. A fitted lightweight coat, like a tailored blazer or a thin wool coat, can elevate your outfit, giving it a sophisticated touch without sacrificing comfort. These styles offer structure, helping you achieve a clean and polished silhouette. Choosing the right coat that fits properly and complements your figure can transform your entire outfit. A well-structured jacket adds both style and warmth, allowing you to stay comfortable while looking chic. These types of jackets can be easily paired with different outfits, making them versatile pieces that elevate your overall appearance. Thin, worn-out leggings tend to wrinkle easily and don't hold their shape throughout the day. These leggings lose their elasticity and often become saggy or misshapen, making you look sloppy and uncomfortable. When the material isn't durable, it can't highlight your figure in a flattering way, and your overall outfit can end up looking unpolished. Instead, opt for thicker leggings made from high-quality, stretchy materials that fit snugly. These leggings not only keep you looking neat, but also stay comfortable all day long. Look for fabrics like pont knit or thicker cotton that retain their shape and won't bunch up or stretch out. A well-fitted, durable pair of leggings will smooth out your silhouette and give you a more refined, put-together appearance. Choosing high-quality, thicker leggings ensures that you stay stylish, comfortable, and confident without sacrificing any of the polish that your outfit needs. Oversized, slouchy tote bags can make your outfit look disorganized and lacking in structure. While they are practical and spacious, they often lose their shape when not fully packed, creating a messy appearance. Without a solid structure, these bags can make you look unpolished, and they don't complement a refined, well-put-together look. Instead of opting for a large, shapeless tote, choose a bag with a structured design made from high-quality materials, such as leather or a sleek satchel. These bags not only add sophistication to your outfit, but also help you appear more organized and put together. Leather handbags, with their sturdy construction, enhance your elegance while completing your overall look. Satchel bags, with their defined shape and moderate size, are also a perfect option as they blend effortlessly with a wide variety of outfits. Choosing a structured bag made from quality materials helps elevate your style, ensuring you look chic and organized without sacrificing practicality. Bulky sneakers can easily disrupt the elegance of your outfit. These shoes are often heavy and come in bright colors, making your overall look feel less refined. They tend to create a messy impression and don't blend well with more polished or sophisticated outfits, especially when you're aiming for a stylish yet comfortable appearance. Instead of bulky sneakers, opt for simple sneakers made from leather or canvas in neutral colors like white, gray, or navy. These shoes provide comfort while still maintaining a sleek and polished look. With a minimalist design, leather or canvas sneakers pair effortlessly with a variety of outfits, from jeans to midi skirts, giving you a youthful yet sophisticated vibe. Simple sneakers not only keep you comfortable, but also help your outfit appear more streamlined and chic. These shoes are versatile, easy to pair with different styles, and will keep you looking polished while feeling at ease. Sheer, thin tops can easily reveal bra lines or lack the coverage needed for a polished look. While they may feel light and comfortable, these tops can make you feel self-conscious if not styled correctly. Without proper lining, sheer tops can come across as too revealing, making your outfit appear less refined, especially for occasions that require a bit more sophistication. Instead, opt for tops made from thicker, more substantial fabrics like cotton or lightweight silk, with built-in lining for extra coverage. These materials provide comfort while ensuring you stay modest and confident throughout the day. Tops with inner lining not only offer better coverage, but also maintain a lightweight, breathable feel. Cotton and silk fabrics are perfect for achieving a balance of comfort and elegance, offering durability and a refined appearance. Choosing tops with adequate coverage and quality materials will help you feel more confident and put together, without worrying about your outfit being too revealing. These choices allow you to maintain a polished, elegant style while still staying comfortable. Trendy items or bold prints can quickly become outdated and are often not the best choice for women over 50. While these pieces may seem appealing at first, they tend to lose their relevance over time and don't align with a more mature, refined style. Busy prints or overly trendy items can detract from a polished look, making you appear less sophisticated. Instead of focusing on fleeting trends, invest in classic pieces that are easy to mix and match and are made from high-quality materials. Simple button-down shirts, well-fitted jeans, and neutral-colored dresses never go out of style. These items are versatile and can be effortlessly paired with a variety of other wardrobe staples, creating an elegant, timeless look. Investing in quality. Classic pieces ensures that your wardrobe is both stylish and enduring, always highlighting your personal style without the worry of constantly replacing items as trends change. Opting for timeless pieces not only maintains your elegance, but also helps you build a wardrobe that will serve you well for years, saving you time and money in the long run. Opt for pieces that are sleek, refined, and made from high-quality fabrics like cashmere, merino wool, and other natural materials. These fabrics not only provide comfort, but also create a luxurious, polished look, helping you appear more streamlined and elegant. Natural materials such as cashmere and merino wool are durable, hold their shape well, and are perfect for both professional settings and casual outings. Focusing on neutral colors like white, black, navy, gray, and soft pastels is another great way to achieve an elegant style. Neutral tones are easy to mix and match, allowing you to create outfits that are both sophisticated and timeless. Soft pastel shades like beige, light pink, or mint green will help you stand out without being overpowering, giving you a soft, refined appearance. Prioritize items with clear, structured cuts to enhance your shape and create a flattering, streamlined silhouette. Clothing with well-defined cuts not only flatters your figure, but also adds an air of grace and fluidity to your look. Subtle details like clean lines or seams running vertically can make you appear taller and more graceful, adding to your overall polished aesthetic. Investing in classic pieces that are easy to mix and match and can be worn repeatedly is a key fashion tip for women over 50. Timeless items like a crisp white shirt, well-fitted jeans, or a midi dress always provide a stylish, elegant look that never goes out of style. These pieces are versatile and can be paired with a variety of other wardrobe essentials. Investing in quality. Classic items ensures that your wardrobe is always ready with elegant options, saving you both time and money. To add a touch of distinction, incorporate elegant accessories like a watch, a small, structured handbag, and simple mules or sandals. These accessories elevate your style without being overpowering. A sleek watch, a petite bag, or a pair of mules add the perfect finishing touch to your outfit and help create a sophisticated, yet understated look. These accessories not only complement your outfit, but also reflect attention to detail in your personal style. Balancing comfort with elegance is the best way to ensure your outfit reflects confidence and personal style. Look for clothes that fit well, are made from quality fabrics, and offer comfort while allowing you to move freely. Wearing well-fitting clothes that flatter your body shape will make you feel confident and express your style in the best possible way. After turning 50, Sarah realized her style needed a refresh. She had often relied on loose-fitting clothes like old t-shirts and faded jeans, which were comfortable, but didn't reflect the elegant style she wanted to project. While her outfits were easygoing, she felt they no longer made her feel confident or polished. Sarah decided to invest in classic, high-quality pieces. She swapped her casual t-shirts for well-tailored cotton blouses and paired them with slim-fit jeans or midi skirts. She also added a pair of neutral-colored leather mules and a small, structured handbag to complete her look. These pieces not only provided comfort, but also gave her a sophisticated, refined appearance, helping her feel more confident when she stepped out. Sarah shared that after her style makeover, she noticed a significant boost in her confidence and how people perceived her. She felt younger, more vibrant, and more self-assured, whether she was in a meeting or having lunch with friends. This shift shows how a few small changes in your wardrobe can make a huge difference in how you feel and present yourself to the world. Fashion isn't about trying to look younger. It's about expressing elegance and confidence through your wardrobe. The goal isn't to change who you are, but to find pieces that help you feel beautiful and confident at any age. I encourage you to experiment with new styles, share your fashion transformations, and join the community to discover more tips. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's embrace an elegant, confident, and vibrant style after 50.